Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm talking about suffering with things, how we suffer by resisting. Maybe you don't even realise that you're resisting something. It's your resistance to it that is causing greater suffering. So your resistance to it is you not accepting what it is at the moment and you trying to change it. So you're trying to force a change by looking at ways that you can change this, looking at stuff up, reading things. How can I change this? How can I change this? Every time you do that, you're stuck in resistant mode, but you're also suffering really, because you're suffering because you are noticing that you don't have it, and you're trying all of these things to change something that isn't changing for you. So you think about it a lot, you have negative thought patterns that go along with this thing not working out. You maybe blame yourself, you maybe blame other people, but all of that time, all of those thoughts are causing you suffering, and they're all based around the fact that you are resisting your 3D reality. And if you think of your 3D reality as being intrinsically linked to your subconscious mind, you're getting mad at something that you cannot change by trying to force. You can't do that because it's there naturally. So resisting it and trying to force it away and find ways to fix it will only hold the problem in place, will only hold it there, will only hold your suffering there. You're going to continue to suffer whilst you try to fix a problem. So the best way to stop yourself from suffering, your mind from suffering, is to decide that you're not going to fight with it anymore. You're just going to let it be. You're going to let it be whatever it is in the moment, knowing that it's a reflection of your subconscious, knowing that things can change and will change if you just stop trying to make a change. If you fall in, it sounds a bit kind of crazy, doesn't it, to fall into it. When I talked about having occipital neuralgia and being in agony all the time, taking so many painkillers that I was getting worried about the amount of painkillers I was taking, looking at ways to relieve this because it was so painful, and I thought I need to find a way to change this, for this to go. But it was making it worse. It was actually getting worse. Or I would have a little respite and I would think, oh, it's better, and then it would just get worse again. And this went on and on and on. And I was surprised at myself when I looked at it. What I was doing the opposite of what I know to do, is to fall into it, just to fall into it, accept the pain, which is really, I get, it's really hard to do that. But it was a relief to just stop trying to fix it. And as soon as I stopped trying to fix it, it got better all by itself. I just accepted, like, I can't do anything about this and nothing I do is helping, so I just need to fall into it. That's the best way for me to describe it. So I fell into it and then it changed. It didn't change while I was trying everything under the sun to get it to change. So I'll talk about why that is the case, because you're in resistant mode, but what that resistant mode is you focused on the problem. So the thing that you're trying to solve is what you're living in. The energy you're living in is of the thing that you're trying to solve. So you can only see more of it, because all I could think of is, this is causing me pain. All I could think about was the pain, really, and how can I get rid of this pain? Of course, so I wasn't getting rid of it. I was getting to the point where I couldn't even sleep at night. It was so bad. And it was pretty much instant, really. I started to get relief as soon as I did that, but I carried on doing it, and then it was gone. Within a couple of days, it was gone, after it just going on and on and on. Because I was fixated on fixing a problem. So I was, again, living in the energetic, the vibrational energy of it. So it was never going to get better. I had to just go whatever, because nothing else was working. And I was kind of doing it out of desperation, because I just knew that what I was doing was hurting me. But it was hard to fall into it. But it was really weird, because it was hard to fall into that pain, but it was also a relief, because I knew I wasn't going to try and change it anymore. So it was that, and it's anything in life. When you're resisting it and you're trying to find a way frantically, what you've got to look at it like this: your mind is not useful to you in this moment. It isn't. Your intention is you want to get better. That's your intention, but your mind is not going to find you the solution. Your mind is going to send you around in circles, and it's going to be like throwing spaghetti at the wall, only none of it ever sticks. So you need to take your mind out of it, set your intention of what you do want, and then you'll find the right thing. What will happen is you'll be online and a video will come up and you'll have a look at it, and it will just be that perfect bit of information that you need, that you'll apply, and then it's done. But it's not that you carrying on trying, or you'll just feel different. It will go all by itself, or somebody will give you this perfect bit of advice that will help. Something will happen, but that will not come from your rational mind. It will not come from resistance. It will not come from push and shove and prod and poke. None of that works. It just doesn't. And it's because you're doing it whilst in the energy of the problem. You're trying to fix a problem, and you can't fix a problem whilst you are focused on the problem. You have to either focus on the solution. I just want a solution to this, and focus on that solution showing up for you, but not over focus on it. Still just accept that in the moment, this is what is, and forcing it will not change it. It is what it is anyway. This is the way I looked at it. I thought, it is this anyway, so I can carry on resisting it and I'm not helping it, or I can just go, I'm not going to feel any different by not trying to find, I can't find anything, because everything I find that has worked for other people was not working for me. So it didn't matter what I did. You can chase around after a solution all your life and never find it. You stop chasing, it shows up for you. You will find it when you stop looking for it. I guess that's the best way to put it, isn't it? You'll find it when you stop looking for the solution. You will find the solution, but it will just come to you. But if you just fall into it, to whatever is in the moment, it's like anything. It's with anxiety. If you suffer with anxiety, if you resist it, you will be constantly fighting and trying to find ways to get over it. But if you accept it, that a moment of acceptance, you will feel some relief, and you will start to feel better just by accepting that in this moment, it is what it is. It is what it is anyway. So you can choose to fight it and it still be what it is, or you can choose to not fight it and it be what it is. So what is the better option? You might, if you're not fighting with it, you're not using up all of that energy and making yourself feel even worse because nothing is working. But the situation, if you just see the situation, it's going to be what it is, whichever I choose to do, whether I choose to suffer with it or not suffer with it. And that is when these things get better, when we just go, exasperation, it can be desperation. It doesn't really matter what that feeling is, but it's a case of not fighting with it, stopping the resistance. And the resistance is that constant trying to mend it, trying to fix it. Because I'll just say one more time, when you do that and you try to fix it, you cannot help but be fixated on the problem, because I am trying to solve this problem. So if you just put a label on what it is that you're trying to solve and think that is the dominant vibration, the thing that you're trying to fix is your dominant vibration. So imagine that you are selecting a reality from the quantum pool, and you're selecting this issue that you're trying to fix, but you're not, but that's what it appears like. And reality can only read what it gets from us. It reads that. It's never going to come up with something different and go, actually, you're thinking this and you're feeling this, but I'm going to give you this instead. It's never going to do that. You're always going to get what you're in the vibrational energy of. And if you're in the vibrational energy of an issue, then that is what you're going to get more of. Right. Thanks so much for watching. I don't know whether I'm going to continue to call myself a manifesting coach now. I mean, it is what I do, and the clients that I already see that I coach in that way, I will continue to do that. But I think, really speaking, I am more of a mindset coach, and that mindset coaching is going to be what helps you move forward in life, is going to be what helps you manifest your best life. Rather than teaching manifesting techniques through coaching, because anyone can do that, I would rather use mindset. Like, you get into the right mindset, you feel good about yourself, you feel that you can get that you can get those things that you want, you feel optimistic about your life, you feel hopeful, you feel all of those things naturally, then everything else falls into place after that point. So I just think building the foundation is key, and that's what I want to focus more on over this coming year. Building your foundation so that you've got a really strong foundation, that anything manifestation wise you decide to do that works for you, that you feel is your thing, is then going to work for you so much better, because you're going to be in such a good mindset. right? Because mindset is all, isn't it? Mindset is, it just propels us really in life. You be in that mindset of I can do this, I'm determined to do this, and I can do this, then anything is possible, right? Thanks so much for watching. There is an area on my website, and I am going to put reminders up as the time ticks by, because on the 15th of April, the price will go back up to £10 a month. At the moment, it's £5 a month. You will get over, I think there's 306 modules in there now, believe it or not, that's crazy. There are courses on there, there are subliminals, there are meditations on there, and you can also email me via that section of my website for £5 a month. And then if by the 15th of March, if it will go back up to new signees, but it will not ever go up any higher than that for you if you sign up now. But if you don't sign up before the 15th of March, if you go after that, it is back to £10 a month. Thanks so much for watching.